There's no argument about it. Marriage is not for everyone. And some marriages are just not good. They're corrosive, loveless, and very commonly abusive. Those marriages need to end, no question. But let's go back. Let's go back to when you were falling in love. Do you remember what that was like? Late night conversations, holding hands, long kisses. Do you remember how you wanted to be around her all the time? Or how you would miss him whenever you had to say goodbye? I'm not talking about the flowers or about the spontaneous romantic gestures. I'm talking about the feeling. What did it feel like to fall in love? Like you were floating, like you were high on something. You felt good, really good, cloud nine good, $1,000,000 good. Why? Because you were experiencing what I call best self. That's how love will make you feel, like your best self. I'm in love with someone who loves me. I'm in love with someone who sees me, who hears me, who makes me feel safe, who makes me feel bold and gorgeous. And eventually someone proposes. Rings are exchanged and everyone is thrilled, high hopes and great expectations. See, best selves. Even with all my flaws, she married me. Even knowing what I know about me, his kiss makes me forget where I came from and about what happened to me. She completes me, right? Best selves. It doesn't matter how imperfect we are, our love makes us perfect. It makes us strong and capable. That's what the whole best self mentality and feeling is. But is that marriage? Is that really what marriage is? See, there's a TV show called Naked and Afraid. They take two strangers, a man and a woman, and they dump them off in some wilderness somewhere, in a jungle in the Amazon or in some desert in Madagascar. And their challenge is to survive for 21 days with just a machete and a fire starter or some other essential like a pot or something. And they had to do this completely naked the entire time. You talk about awkward. The first night is typically the same. The pair would end up shivering in the dark, being eaten by mosquitoes or something. But by the fourth and the fifth day, hunger and thirst and a need for shelter, warmth, and companionship forces them into a deep collaboration. Whatever issues they came in with disappear, and all that's left is the will to survive. If you don't survive, I won't make it. See, that kind of awareness opens you up to a deeper level of compassion. The pairs that survive the 21-day challenge have four things in common. They realize that they are in the trenches, right? Trenches. Second, they have a vision of survival. Third, they have a management system. Fourth, they've developed a deep sense of compassion for each other. Now, compare that to best selves, right? Best selves, naked and afraid. Compare the two. You see that what marriage actually is naked and afraid. That's the reality behind the label. Naked and afraid. Only that's not how most married people behave. Most marriages are still operating on the basis of best selves. And that leads to unrealistic expectations. I'm still expecting you to be who you used to be. You may not be saying it, but that's the program running in the back of your mind. I'm still expecting you to make me feel the way you used to make me feel. And your partner is saying, but I'm naked and afraid. And this darkness, this cold, this hunger has turned me into someone else. I'm naked and shivering. I'm afraid and starving. But you can't see me. And you're secretly thinking the same thing. I'm naked and afraid, and I can't find my partner. Isn't that what loneliness in marriage is all about? I know you promised for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, but that was before you knew just how dark the nights could get. Why are you still pretending that this jungle doesn't terrify you? Why are you still pretending that the dark doesn't scare you? Oh, if you could see what the night has done to you. You don't know how to be honest with him. You've forgotten how to love her. You don't know how to kiss him. She's forgotten how to hold you. This may not be for you because I'm talking to people with some experience. I'm talking to people who are alone together. God, I love you, but how did we get here? I need you, but I can't stand you. You come home but you're never home. Your stare, it used to make me feel gorgeous. Now it just makes me feel foolish. You used to touch me and I would feel strong. Now your touch makes me feel insecure. I feel naked and afraid, but I can't tell you. The marriage is sexless, but that's not the problem. You're arguing all the time, but that's not the problem. You've thought about being with other people, but that's not the problem. The problem with your marriage is that you're naked and afraid, but your partner isn't there. You see, marriage can be beautiful, but that beauty is not found in a diamond ring. It's not stitched into the seams of a wedding dress, and it certainly can't survive on hope. The beauty of marriage is the beauty of the trenches. You know, people who survive trench warfare emerge with a special bond. All right? I want to survive, and that means deeper collaboration. That means we need a vision. That means we have to be able to manage it. That means that what it takes to survive has to do with mutual compassion. I'm naked and afraid, and you're all I have. That's what it takes to keep a marriage thriving, to keep it alive. And if you look at it, naked and afraid, but we have each other, it's actually quite beautiful. My name is Angelo, and I'm the Motivator.